Now, as you look at your screen, one of us is the NXT champion, and the other is your faithful host, Keith Whittier. Trick Williams, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate the time.
Hey man, Keith, I'm happy to be here. Welcome to the Sweat Hotel. Keith is in the building.
I love it. I love it. First and foremost, congratulations, not just on being the NXT champion, but on the fantastic career that you've had. And it's only been a short amount of time when you think about it. You've just been absolutely crushing it. So first and foremost, have you taken a moment just to kind of sit back and appreciate it, or are you just too busy living in the moment?
Man, it's kind of a little bit of both. Like, I have a moment where I might go get me a red velvet cake and say, I deserve this. I've worked hard. But then I go right to the gym and I work it off.
Nice.
Like the work has to keep going, man. And like, once you get this title right here, I worked so hard to get this.
Yeah.
Now it really begins. Now I have to defend it. This is my
No.
second time defense on the way. So, I got to do what I got to do.
100%. I love that. You enjoy the cake and then you go to the gym. That's the part that I'm missing. More time in the gym. Okay. So you've got a fatal four-way coming up next, not this Sunday, but next Sunday in Toronto as part of NXT Heatwave. Javon Edwards, Ethan Page, and Sean Spears will all be vying for that title. Now, there are going to be people who
On
are
Evans. Yep.
Javon Evans, excuse me. There'll all be people that are going to be extremely familiar with NXT and the brand. But for those who aren't, can you give them a quick little intro on NXT and why they should be paying more attention to it?
Because NXT is the most exciting, exhilarating show that you're going to find in all of Toronto come July 7th. We're coming to Toronto. We have two Canadian natives coming back home. Sean Spears coming all the way from Niagara Falls. And you got Ethan Page coming all the way from Edmonton, I believe. Yeah, Edmonton. And these guys are hungry, man. They're 20-year vets, and they want what I have around my waist right now. But I'm here to tell you, they're not going to get it. And
I
then you have
appreciate.
Javon Evans. We call him the young OG, young
Okay.
Carolina, very fun, very exciting, and he's hungry. If anybody knows what hungry is, Trick Williams understands what hungry is, because when you're ambitious, you have the world, you know, in front of you and you want to prove yourself to the world, you're willing to do crazy things. So I know that the odds are stacked against me being Trick Williams, because it's my second title defense and I got to show the world what I can do. I'm just as hungry. I may not be a 20-year vet. I may not be coming home, but I love Toronto. I'm a Tracy McGrady fan. Been watching him for a long time. So I can't wait to come to Toronto. Can't wait to eat good food. And I can't wait to put on a good show.
Excellent. Well, we're all looking forward to it. And of course, this is part of a fantastic weekend that starts off with Friday Night Smackdown, then Money in the Bank on Saturday, then of course NXT Heatwave on Sunday, then carrying over to Monday Night Raw in Ottawa, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Toronto on the Monday. Getting back to you now. So you have had this very exciting career. There's been so many great matches, even in the last few months. Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov. I mean, the list goes on and on. What do you like? Who are some of the people that you take inspiration from? Because you are absolutely paving your own path right now. But who are some of the people that have come before you that have inspired you?
Oh man, there's so many guys who just sit down and talk with me, who I'm extremely grateful for. Booker T, Shawn Michaels, of course, like he's a huge one. I meet with him all the time to work on my craft.
Mhm.
But even people like CM Punk, you know what I mean? Like CM Punk, man, he has a lot of knowledge and he wants to share it, to anybody who's willing to listen.
Mhm.
Finn Balor, like Finn Balor is a guy who, really, he put me to the side and let me know, hey man, you have a future in this business. You continue to work hard, you continue to do the right things. There's
Yeah.
a lot of guys like that who really just, what I mean, pull me to the side and, let me know what's right and maybe things that I should probably stay away from.
No,
Now, if
fair.
from my childhood, people who I love to watch. I grew up watching Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. In fact, my first cuss word was opening a can of whoop ass at 3 years old. So those guys, that whole attitude era to me was just very special. It sits near and dear to my heart and inspires a lot of who I am and how I work today.
Oh, excellent. I love that. I love that. Now, okay, coming into to Toronto, there are going to be people who've never had the opportunity of seeing WWE live before. And I always love asking this question because I've had the pleasure of introducing people to the product, and the first time they see WWE NXT live, their minds are blown. What would you say to people who've never seen the show before?
An NXT show,
Yeah,
man, NXT shows, man, they're full of life and they're full of energy. Why? I mean, you can compare it. I'm not sure. Keith, do you like football at all? American football?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So you understand the difference between collegiate football and NFL football.
Yeah.
NFL guys, they usually have a good bit of money, you know what I mean? And get paid regardless of the outcome.
This is
You know,
true.
it's not a knock, it's reality. You
It
know what I mean?
is. It is.
And collegiate guys are usually, at least while I was playing, I know they got NIL deals now, but
Yeah.
you get to the money. And there's a different look in your eyes when you're hungry. That's the
Mhm.
same look I'm talking about Javon Evans has. That's the same look in the eyes that Trick Williams has. When you're hungry and you got something to prove and you're trying to get to the money, Keith, you dig real deep. You know what I mean? So when you see NXT, you see hunger. You see guys who are willing to put it all on the line. You see guys who are willing to do what it takes to get noticed so they can move their career to the next level. And that's
Yeah.
why NXT is such a special place because we move at a pace where we have something to prove. We got stuff to do.
Excellent. Love that. Love that. Now, on that point, we've seen a lot of people that have gone from NXT up to the main roster, of course, being Raw or SmackDown, who've been extremely successful. It's not a question of whether you're going to be there; it's just a matter of when you'll be there. But are you in a rush to get to the main roster? Or are you more interested in like honing your craft right now and enjoying your time in NXT?
You know, to be honest, I've always been the type of guy. I like to be where my feet are. You know what I mean? I don't like to think too much about yesterday. I might eat my cake today, but I'm gonna work out. You know what I mean? And I try not to get too far into the future because usually with me, I know how I am. Like I get excited, I go deep off the far end. Now I'm tripping. You know what I mean? I
Okay.
got exactly where my feet are. I got to focus on today. I got to hit the gym hard today. I got to get in the ring today. I got to get the best interview on Keith's show today as possible. And that's how I just stay in the moment. And that's how I just try to capitalize on every single moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're doing it. You're killing it. I feel bad for anybody I got to talk to after today. All right. So listen, I want to be respectful of the time. We're going to drift into a little thing I like to call rapid fire questions. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions here. These are meant to be nothing more than fun. Give me the first thing that comes to your mind. The first question of rapid fire is always, what is your favorite movie of all time? And if you can't give me one, I'll be more than happy to take a top three.
Rush hour.
Rush
Easy.
Hour. Okay. I gotta be honest. For part of me, I honestly thought you might say Hustle and Flow.
That's good. Whoop that trick.
Whoop that
Oh,
trick. I thought we were gonna get that. So yeah, there it is. There it
yeah,
is. All right. What would be your dream match? Whether it's somebody on the NXT roster, whether it's somebody on the main roster, who would be your dream match right now?
right now.
Yeah,
Right now.
right now.
And honestly, man, give me Shawn Michaels.
All right. All right.
I want Shawn Michaels. That's my dream match.
There it is. That would be stellar. Okay. As a matter of out of curiosity, Hustle and Flow, how many times have you seen that movie?
Too many.
Too many? All right. I feel like Terrence Howard like owes you. Okay. A lot of people subscribe to WWE Network. What is one of your matches you would love for people if they haven't seen it before to go and check out?
Yeah, man. Well, any match that I have with Ilya Dragunov, I believe there's four of them.
Yeah.
You want to see two guys who are fighting, and willing to put it all on the line.
Okay.
So I was saying that's a good one to go watch. Uh, hmm, my Iron Survivor match.
Okay.
Iron Survivor match. I think that's the match that really like let people know Trick Williams is the real deal as well. And go check out the Iron Survivor match. It's actually a style of match that Shawn Michaels invented himself,
Okay.
where pretty much every single pinfall that you collect, when you pin somebody, you get a point. You know what I mean? If you get pinned, you go into a penalty box for 90 seconds.
Oh,
You have 5 minutes to collect as many points as possible, collect as many pins. And there's five guys in there hungry, ready to get to work. Go check that out.
love that. Love that. Now, this next question, comes from somebody that you know very well. I had the pleasure of interviewing him yesterday, Carmelo Hayes. I told him I was going to be interviewing you. I said, "Do you have a question that I can pass on to Trick Williams?" And he wanted me to ask you, and I quote, "Are you about it?"
Tell him I'm about it.
Okay. Will do. Will do. Listen, we'll end it there. Again, we've got WWE Friday Night SmackDown. Then we go into Money in the Bank on Saturday. Don't leave yet because we've got NXT Heatwave, and I got to tell you, the NXT product is fire. There is so many exciting athletes, including yourself, that put on a phenomenal show. So that is a show not to be missed. It is such a joy of riches for the city of Toronto to have those three events back to back next weekend, and then of course Monday Night Raw in Ottawa, where I am, the nation's capital, on Monday. Trick Williams, it has been an absolute pleasure speaking with you. I wish you nothing but the best and continue success in your already phenomenal career.
Hey, appreciate you, Keith, and likewise, I wish you nothing but the best for your show as well.
Thank you so much.